Hello students, I want to help you all with the MathXL homework. So for the inverse trig functions. So I would like to make this video to help you all go through questions. So I'm going to do some 4 or 5 questions for you all. So this is the simplest of all, cosine inverse square root of root 3 over 2. These are actual MathXL questions. The numbers will be different for yours and so the order. So I'm going to snip each question so I can actually help you with each one of them. So you have here root 3 over 2. Now you have to actually look at the inverse, the angle of cosine, which has a value of square root of 3 over 2. So I would strongly recommend you to have your unit circle in front of you. So you would look into the x coordinates for the unit circle. So square root of 3 over 2 is here at pi over 6, right? So that's a positive angle. And cosine is, the range for cosine, inverse cosine is from 0 through 180, meaning you're looking at the first and second quadrants. So it is definitely positive at pi over 6. So your answer here in the MathXL is pi over 6. So the angle is pi, oops, my bad. I don't need this. Pi over 6. Okay. So check the answer. And that's it. So let's move on to this kind of question. So this is where there is a little bit of confusion, but remember that sine's range is from negative pi over 2 to pi over 2, meaning negative 90 to 190. Okay, so for cosine inverse, it is 0 through 180, meaning the first 2 quadrants, and tan it is again from negative 90 to 90. It is same for sine and tan, it's the same thing, but cosine it changes from 0 through 180, so the first 2 quadrants. So you're looking at sine inverse of half. So sine inverse of half meaning which angle would make the sine ratio half. So from the unit circle, you know that it is 30 degrees. In radians, it would be pi over 6. So you're actually looking at pi over 6, so cosine of pi over 6. So you are looking at sine inverse half, which is pi over 6. So cosine of pi over 6, so the corresponding y value for that, sorry, corresponding x value for that, which is square root of 3 over 2. Okay, you can check with the unit circle if you want. So at pi over 6, it is half and root 3 over 2. Right? So let's look at that and enter our answers. It's going to be root 3 over 2, square root of 3 over 2. Okay, that's it. So this is simple enough. You go to this one. So if you see now, it's secant of cosine. So again, cosine inverse range is from 0 through 180. So you're looking at the unit circle again. You're looking at the first 2 quadrants. So you're only looking at values of root 2 over 2 in these 2 quadrants, and cosine is positive here only. So it is at pi over 4 that cosine is root 2 over 2. So he's asking for the secant value here. Secant value would be the flip of cosine, which is 2 over root 2, meaning it is, you have to again rationalize it. So how would you rationalize it? So let's actually take a snip quickly. So you have here cosine is root 2 over 2 at pi over 4, and secant would be a flip of that. So 1 over root 2 over 2, which is 2 over root 2. So rationalize it, right? So it will be 2 root 2 over 2. So 2 cancels. So it is square root of 2. So the answer would be square root of 2. So let's write it over here. Square root of 2. Fantastic. Okay, so next, now here we have sine of 7 pi over 4. That you have to look into the unit circle. That's the reason why it's so important for you all to memorize the unit circle. So sine 7 pi over 4 is negative root 2 over 2. So negative root 2 over 2. So let's snip this. So here we have sine 7 pi over 4 is negative root 2 over 2. So let's write that down. So we are finding cosine inverse of negative root 2 over 2. But remember, when it comes to cosine, you're only looking at the first and second quadrants in the inverse cosine. So where is negative root 2 over 2 in the unit circle in the second quadrant? In the unit circle, in the second quadrant, it is negative here at 3 pi over 4. So you would write your answer as 3 pi over 4. Okay, so let's enter that. It would be 3 pi over 4. That's it. Got it? So now let's look at this one. So let's snip it quickly. So here we have, so it is cosine of negative 2 pi over 3, he says. So cosine of negative 2 pi over 3, meaning you have to go clockwise direction and look for negative 2 pi over 3, first of all. So negative 2 pi over 3 from 0 this way. So this is pi over 6. So this is pi over 3 from this side. So pi over 3. This is 2 pi over 3. Right? This is 3 pi over 3 is pi. 4 pi over 3 is here. Right? What are we looking at? I lost it. My bad. We are looking at 2 pi over 3. Okay, negative 2 pi over 3. So not too far. So we have pi over 3 on this side. We are going in the clockwise direction. This is pi over 3 and this is 2 pi over 3. Right? So it will be here. So it is at negative half. So sine is a negative half over there. So, oh, we need cosine for that. Cosine is negative root 3 over 2. So negative root 3 over 2. So we are looking at sine inverse negative root 3 over 2. Okay. So now sine is negative inverse, meaning inverse of sine is, this is what we are looking at, negative 90 to a 90. So it is negative 90 for sure in the fourth quadrant. So where is sine negative root 3 over 2? So look back into the unit circle. It is sine is negative here, right, at 5 pi over 3, or in other words pi over 6. So negative root 3 over 2, 5 pi over 3. So it's negative pi over 3. If you see, it's better you enter the value as negative pi over 3. So let's try our luck. Negative pi over 3. Fingers crossed. It's incorrect. Oopsies. Okay. Okay guys, I figured it out. Sorry. I got a little bit confused between. So normally what I would do is negative 2 pi over 3 in degrees would be 120, because pi over 3 is 60, 2 pi over 3 is a negative 120. So when you look into the unit circle, so this is from in the clockwise direction 90 degrees and this is plus 30, so this is negative 120, right? And cosine of negative value here is negative half. So cosine is negative half, so you would go back and write it as sine inverse of a negative half. So negative halves, remember sine is between negative 90 and 90, I mean the inverse sine. So we are looking at, normally pi over 3 is half, positive half. Sine pi over 3 is positive half, and it is negative half and it is negative pi over 3. So he wants your answer as negative pi over 3. So that's what I entered, just to make sure before I make another mistake. So it's a pi over 6, sorry, my bad again. It's pi over 6, sorry, pi over 6. Because 30 degrees is pi over 6. Sine pi over 6 is half. The sine of negative 30 degrees, so which is negative pi over 6. So that's what you would enter here, and negative pi over 6, and I got it right. Okay, so the bottom line is, so first clarify, cosine of negative 2 pi over 3. Convert this into degrees if you get confused just like me. Then that would be, in the unit circle, negative half. And when I plug it in here, sine inverse of negative half, where is sine half or negative half? It is positive half at pi over 6, it's negative half at negative pi over 6. So that's what he means, and that's what you need to enter. Okay, I hope this clarifies. This is how you need to answer these questions. So I hope this will help you in answering all of the MathXL questions, and hope you'll be successful. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you next time.